There's this huge dream of making serious money on YouTube, but what if you never wanted to show your face? Well, it's totally possible. We're going to break down the exact blueprint a channel used to do just that. Let's dive in.
Okay, look at this number, $17,245. Now get this, that's not for a whole year. That's what this one channel pulled in a single month.
And the crazy part? The person behind it all never ever showed their face. Not once. So the big question is, how on earth did they pull that off? Well, that's exactly the blueprint we're about to unpack.
Look, success like this doesn't just fall out of the sky. It's not about one lucky viral video. Nope. It all started with some really smart, deliberate research, and that's the absolute foundation of this whole blueprint, finding your perfect niche.
So instead of just guessing and trying to reinvent the wheel, the creator did something brilliant. They found a channel that was already crushing it, a channel called America Before. These guys were getting like 3 to 4 million views a month on vintage content. So that became the playbook. They decided to just reverse engineer what was already working.
But here's the key. They didn't just go and copy the whole vintage idea. That's way too broad. They got specific. They niched down. So instead of, say, luxury cars in general, they drilled down to just pickup trucks. And this move is absolutely crucial. You're finding a smaller, super passionate audience that isn't being served by the bigger channels.
All right, so they've got their niche, it's locked in, now it's go time. But to really turn this into a business, something that could scale, they knew they couldn't do it all by themselves. It was time to build a real production machine.
So they hit up places like Upwork and Fiverr and started putting together their dream team. They got a scriptwriter, a voiceover artist, a video editor, and, super important, a thumbnail designer. Basically, they built a virtual assembly line to just pump out high-quality content. Okay, now this next part is just brilliant, a real pro tip. They didn't just hire some thumbnail designer, no way. They actually tracked down and hired the exact same person who was making the thumbnails for their inspiration channel, America Before. I mean, talk about a genius move. It guaranteed they had a style that was already proven to get clicks right from the very first video. So you'd think with the right niche and the perfect team, it was smooth sailing from there, right? Wrong. It was not an instant success. In fact, the whole project was about to fail. And this next part is where they made the single most important decision of the entire journey. It's all about the pivot. So they put out their first 3 videos and crickets. Complete flops. They got almost no views. Now let's be honest, this is the exact moment where 99% of people would just give up. But then came video number 4. This one was different. It was the one that was super specific, focused only on pickup trucks. And wouldn't you know it, in the first 30 days, it hit 20,000 views. That was the signal. That was the data screaming at them. Hey, this is it. This is the winning formula.
And this is where they deployed what we'll call the double down strategy. The second they saw that pickup truck video take off, they dropped everything else. No more muscle cars, no more other ideas. From that moment on, it was all trucks, all the time. They just went all in.
And the result of that laser focus? The channel got fully monetized on YouTube in just 45 days. I mean, that is incredibly fast. And it all came back to that one smart, data-driven decision to pivot. Okay, so things are going great, but a couple of successful videos, that's a hobby, not a business. To really scale this thing into a hands-off automated machine, they had to stop thinking about just making videos and start thinking about building systems. And the system they built was actually pretty simple, but super powerful. It all started with a big pool of ideas. Then each idea would go down the assembly line, scripting, voiceover, editing, and then a final review. Everything had a deadline. It's what kept the content machine humming along without any hiccups.
So why is a system like this so important? Well, it's all about consistency. It makes sure you've always got videos in the pipeline, ready to go. Plus, if one part of the system gets clunky, like say your editor is getting slow, you can spot it right away and fix it. This is literally how you go from just a creative hobby to a real, reliable business.
Okay, now we get to the really juicy part. With that production machine running like clockwork, the creator could stop worrying about the day-to-day and start hunting for what you might call high-authority topics. We're talking about subjects that already have a massive built-in audience. Think famous people, famous brands. And boy, did they strike gold. They stumbled onto something we'll call the Jay Leno effect. It's a perfect example. They realized that any video they made about Jay Leno's famous car collection was an instant, massive hit with their audience. I mean, it makes sense, right? They were tapping into his existing fame, and viewers just could not get enough.
And the financial impact? It was just staggering. A single video on Jay Leno's garage made $1,300. So what did they do? They doubled down again. They made 32 more videos on that one topic, and just those videos alone brought in over $21,000. They'd found their money-printing machine, their hyper-profitable sub-niche. And from there, the growth just exploded. Check this out. In March, their first month being monetized, they made $313. Okay, not bad. By June, just 3 months later, they were clearing over $5,000 a month. And then, by October, that's when they hit that massive peak, over $17,000 in 1 month.
So, what's the grand total? In less than a year, this completely faceless, totally automated YouTube channel made over $60,000 in ad revenue. Just an incredible result, and it really proves this blueprint works.
So there you have it. That's the entire blueprint. You find a niche that works, you build a team to execute, you pivot hard when the data tells you to, and you hunt for that revenue goldmine. It really just leaves one question, right? What's your Jay Leno topic out there just waiting for you to find it?